Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to English grade 8 video lessons. Today we are going to start our new unit, unit number 8, and its title is Give Way, Be Kind and Drive Right. Yes. And this is about road safety, driving carefully and follow all the traffic rules and all the road rules. I hope that you have read this lesson. Now we are going to cover all these different kinds of learning outcomes that you can see on the main page over here. Students, this is an introductory lecture where I will introduce you with all these different learning outcomes so that you are ready and prepared for attending these upcoming lecture series. So the theme that we have over here, which is incorporated in the whole lesson, we are talking about participatory citizenship. So in order to be a good citizen with your valuable and worthy participation in making the world and the environment better, you can learn a lot from this main lesson that we have included in the book. The sub-theme is give way and rules to give way to ambulance, police cars and fellow commuters observing the speed limit. So it talks about all these different aspects that we need to follow if we are driving on the road. And so the whole lesson is about that. This was a very quick theme overview that I just gave you. Now I hope that you will read the main lesson with interest and learn a lot about it as we are moving forward. So now the very first lecture, which we have divided in different parts, lecture 1A, we will be talking about understanding and using gerunds and participles. This is a grammar topic. The competency we are dealing with is grammar. We are going to talk about what are gerunds and what are participles, followed by examples, activities and different resources that we will be sharing with you. Next one, we have again about grammar to construct complex sentences and paragraphs using main and subordinating clauses with appropriate transitional devices and correct punctuation. Let's break it down. What we are supposed to learn over here is to make complex sentences. Students, we know that there are simple sentences, complex, compound complex, etc. Now they get a little complicated, so we will understand and construct, we will make complex sentences. And also when we are combining these sentences, we can make a paragraph using main and subordinating clauses. We know that a clause contains a verb and a subject, and there are main and subordinating clauses. We will talk about it with transitional words, transitional devices that are used to transition from one idea to another. We will also talk about how punctuation is included in all this and how it is very much important. So we have number of topics in this lesson. Next one is, again, it is about grammar competency, where we have to use all types of tenses correctly in speech and writing. Of course, we are not going to cover all the tenses in this one video lesson. Rather, we will cover that one which is included in the main lesson of your book. So we will talk about that tense and try to understand it and make sentences of our own using that tense. Next one, we have our lecture 2 in the series, where we will talk about vocabulary. We are talking about words, and that's why we have the learning outcome of using dictionary or thesaurus to identify syllable division and stress patterns. We know that these resource materials, they have different information about any word. And when we are talking about words, you know that they are divided into different parts, different syllables, different according to the different beats. And when we are saying them, when we are pronouncing them, we need to take care of the stress pattern. The right place to stress our words or parts of words or syllables. So that's what we are going to learn. we are going to talk about syllable division and also the stress pattern that we put on in different parts of our words. Next one, we have recognize features of an effective topic sentence using specific words and vivid verbs. When we are talking about any kind of paragraph, we have three things: the topic sentence, the supporting details, and lastly, the conclusion, which is at the end. Now, we are talking about topic sentence. How do we make a good topic sentence, the very first sentence, to make it engaging and captivating? We will use specific words and also the vivid verbs that require us, and by that help, we can make a very good topic sentence. Next, for lecture 3B, we will apply strategies to comprehend questions by making keywords, verbs, and tenses in a variety of literal, textual, or factual open-ended questions that require interpretation, inference, and personal response. So, this is linked to your reading and critical thinking. When you are reading something, for elevating your comprehension, you are going to answer some questions. And in those questions, you will find keywords to understand those questions, to answer them better. You will find verbs and tenses, and also we are going to interpret it and also give our personal response. The second part, the second SLO that we have connected over here, is about reading and viewing a variety of age appropriate and higher interest or high interest books and text from print and non-print sources. For example, here we will do explanations like how something works. So, this was the lesson that we are going to cover, and for lecture 4A, this is about our oral communication, where we need to learn that how we can be good communicators and good speakers. So, we are going to engage in extended discussions and debates, taking into account other speakers' viewpoints and presenting one's own with clarity and coherence. So, discussions, group discussions, they are very much important. So, we will try to understand, and I will guide you to perform and to participate in these healthy discussions and debates so that you can enhance your oral communication. And the last lecture is about writing. Here we will talk about write informative or explanatory texts to examine a topic and convey ideas, concepts, and information through selecting relevant contents. Yes, we will write text that gives the reader more information or explanations. We'll talk about all these different kinds of this type of actually informative and explanatory writing with some techniques so that we can create a text that is holding much information and explanation for the reader to understand. Thank you so much, students. I hope that the walkthrough and the overview of the main lesson and all these different kinds of learning outcomes will help you in joining these upcoming video lessons and understanding them better. So, see you in the next video lesson. Be prepared and be very excited for them. Take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.